from Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, it's the 1969 World Series as the New York Mets versus the Baltimore Orioles for game number 2.
So now for game 2, and here to set up the Baltimore defense and take you into the opening 4.5 innings of play-by-play, Bill O'Donnell.
Thank you, Kurt, and hello again, everybody. It'll be Boog Powell playing at first base this afternoon for the Orioles. And at second base, chatting with the second base umpire, that is Dave Johnson. At shortstop, man with a very good glove, like Harrelson of the Mets, this is Mark Belanger. And the man with a vacuum glove at third base, Brooks Robinson, who had the play of the ball game defensively yesterday. Out in left field, this is Don Buford. In center field, the man of whom Joe DiMaggio spoke so glowingly a couple of moments ago, Paul Blair. The right fielder is Frank Robinson. The catcher, who was not behind the plate yesterday, this is Andy Etchebarren. And the second game, Baltimore starter, young man from Billings, Montana. This is Dave McNally.
Giants, the man who is right now in the road.
McNally, whom Kurt commented about during his pregame conversation, won 15 ball games in a row before he suffered his first setback. After the Orioles lead, 1 victory to none. These two clubs will go to New G, was included in that list. Out number 1, McNally hangs up his first strikeout. Harrelson went 1 for 3 in yesterday's opening game of the series, and those are his stats for the season. He sprays the ball, moves the ball around the outfield and the infield quite a bit. McNally will have to hurry his throw because Harrelson has speed. Just got to it. Harrelson was out by an eyelash at first base. McNally charged off the mound about 2 steps to the grass and towards the third base foul side against Cuellar.
Number 21, Leon Jones.
It's called Towson State College. 1 and 2. Powell has a chance over by the box seat. And that retires the side, 1, 2, 3. And so at the middle of the first inning, the score is the Mets nothing with the Orioles coming to bat.
Herman Marquez.
Here's the way the Mets now will set up defensively behind left-hander Jerry Koosman. Don Clendenin, the New York first baseman. At second base, the clever fielding Al White. And a young man with a lot of range at shortstop to the holder back a second. This is Bud Harrelson, the shortstop. Third baseman for Gil Hodges is Ed Charles. Out in left field is Cleon Jones. And a man with a lot of range both in and back is Tommy Agee in center. And the right fielder, a Baltimore-bred youngster, by the way, Ron Svoboda. As he did yesterday, Jerry Grody will catch game 2 for the Mets. And appearing for the first time in a World Series, the young left-hander is Jerry Koosman. Koosman goes 6'2", 205 pounds, and this is how Koosman fared during the Mets' pennant-winning 1969 season.
He was having trouble getting that mound to his liking. He's been straight.
Call back up for good by the big club. 2 and 2. Got him on the fastball right into his hand. So Koosman, as well as McNally, both picked up strikeouts against leadoff batters, Frank Robinson, who ripped off 32 home runs. 1-0. Deep right center field. Very deep, ATN Svoboda. And Svoboda right in front of the 390-foot marker. That ball right to the marker. And so at the end of the first inning, the score is Baltimore nothing and New York nothing.
3-2 pitch.
1969 National Championship club and a week early. On the way to second is Charles and pulled down by Johnson. Etchebarren had some trouble. On the loose ball, and I think Weaver is complaining to Sikori that Etchebarren was impeded and blocked by Grody. Money pitch again. Belanger or Blair should get to it, and they're going to give it Blair coming in and facing it. Blair for the putout in shallow center field. And so at the middle of the second inning, the score is New York nothing, Baltimore nothing.
No score is.
In the bottom of the second inning, the ball game is scoreless. Gallburn, he had an earner average of under a run and a half a game, and he's fan foul on let-up breaking stuff for his second strikeout. All season long back of the plate. Agee's got a tough play, but he made a good run for it, galloping to deep center field. Agee played it perfectly, timed it perfectly. And so at the end of the second inning, the score is New York nothing, Baltimore nothing.
Inning number 3.
Jerry Hofberger, Al Weiss has looked at strike one. He'll be followed by Koosman and Agee. The fastball, he got it for a base hit right down the pipe and belt high. Weiss got his kind of pitch and has drilled it for a base knock. That goes left, but that's from the other side. Yeah. They expect the bunt. And it was foul tipped off the throwing hand of Andy Etchebarren. Or no, it was missed off Etchebarren, but with a runner occupying first base, the ball obviously then was not touched. Or if it was touched on the second strike and it was fouled off, that's the reason Koosman has gone back to the dugout. That's the Oriole trainer, Ralph Salvon, with manager Earl Weaver, finding out just how much the foul tip on the second strike bothered Etchebarren.
Here it is. You ever see a catcher, the old catcher's hands? That ticked off the bat.
Number 20.
Well, they take a beating behind that plate for that bare hand.
One away now as Koosman tried to bunt on the second strike, fouled it off. Tough chance for two, and they just managed to get one because of the good range of Belanger. Changed over to a shortstop. Briando. 4 pitches, and he loses him. McNally has now given up 2 walks. The biggest threat in the ball game by either side now being provided here in the top of the third. Harold.
Number 21. William Jones.
Jones power pocket. Runners go. Deep left field. Buford giving it a chase. And Buford almost lost that deep fly ball. He looked like he might have almost overrun the ball.
Did we go to the last of the third?
And that was by Al Weiss to start the top of the third. Beginning the bottom. Right center field with Agee. And Agee with a good speed, backed up 1 step in front of the warning track. Like all pitchers, loves to brag once in a while about a home run. Koosman hangs up his 3rd strikeout and his 2nd out in the bottom of the third. Here's Buford, one of the hitting heroes yesterday, and provided them with great strength as a leadoff batter all season. 2 out, no score. Oh, what a magnificent play by Harrelson. Magnificent.
This side, bringing Hilliard to the...
Known as the first ball swinger. One after the fastball. Frank Robinson's got a tough play to the fence in right field, and the Mets have gone ahead 1-0. That's almost in the same spot where Buford hit his home run yesterday for the Orioles. Clendenin with opposite field power just cleared the fence in the right field in front of the auxiliary scoreboard. Personal 14-inning scoreless streak snapped. And snapped indeed by Clendenin.
We're out, but they've stung the ball.
2-2 again. McNally has his 3rd strikeout. And following this game, stay tuned for American Football League action. The fastball. Belanger's got to make a hurried throw, and he got him by 1 stride. He's been up once today, fly to center field. 1-1. Robinson, tough again, and made it. And so in the middle of the 4th inning, it's New York 1, Baltimore nothing.
Rolling tonight.
One away in the bottom of the 4th. Tough play for Harrelson, but he had the good range. Right back at second base. Another good range defensive play by Harrelson. Powell fanned against Kuzman in the second inning. Al Weiss on a hot shot, one hopper to retire the side at the end of 4 innings of play. It's New York 1, Baltimore nothing.
Third, Herman Marquez, who
To begin the top of the third. A looking third strike, and McNally has now hung up 4 strikeouts. Kuzman has faced 13 men and retired 12 of the 13. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 5 strikeouts for McNally, the second time that he's fanned Kuzman. Perhaps a base hit back in the third inning when he grounded a hot smash to the hole at short, but he survived the third inning without a run scored. Fastball is strike 3 looking. He got it right to his letters. McNally fanned the side. And so at the middle of the 5th inning, the score is New York 1, Baltimore nothing.
Rockies will
Fly to center his first time. An usher in Shea Stadium. Told the Mets to look him over. There's a fly ball into the right field corner. Deep. That ball is caught by Sloboda. That's twice he's been chased up against fences today. So it's 3 up, 3 down. And at the end of 5 innings here in Baltimore, the score, the New York Mets 1 and Baltimore nothing.
here's Fuentes, who singled
On base 4 times now in these first 2 games. Ground ball to second. A big hop to Dave Johnson, and the Mets are quickly out 1-2-3 in the top of the 6th inning. At the end of 5.5 innings, the score, the New York Mets 1 and the Baltimore Orioles nothing.
Belt has walked and
Series here with Game 2 in Baltimore, moving on to New York Tuesday afternoon at Shea Stadium. Gentry for the Mets. The 1-1 pitch. Change up, bounce to short. Bad hop. Harrelson handles it, throws him out. And for the first 6 innings of this game, Jerry Kuzman has pitched a no-hitter. At the end of 6, the score, the New York Mets 1 and the Baltimore Orioles nothing.
Jose Alvarez, the new pitcher down.
Ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Lashes it down the left field line. This may be for extra bases. Buford playing to carry him off the wall, and into second is Ed Charles with a double. Struck out.
Kurt, you do a lot of fishing.
I forgot the big hole, too. It's another great stream. Kuzman has struck out twice. Ground ball to second. Johnson's throw to Powell, and the Mets are out in the top of the 7th. No runs, 1 hit. There were no errors, and 2 men left. At the end of 6.5, it's New York 1 and Baltimore nothing.
Bringing Longoria.
Monday morning and through the week, covering the World Series for NBC. Curve, there's the first base hit of the game for the Baltimore Orioles. Kuzman loses his no-hitter. He makes contact at 3:04 for the season. These are taking care of Robinson and Powell in this series. Quite an RBI total. There goes the runner. The throw by Grody. Blair steals second.
Blair with a pretty good jump on Kuzman. Blair had 20 steals just in under the tag and in time.
Now the Orioles have the tying run at second, 2 down. The 1-1 pitch to Brooks Robinson. Base hit. This is going to be a tie game. Going in the score is Paul Blair, and it's 1-1. What a stop by Ed Charles forcefully. Another brilliant play in the game. Sensational infielding today on the part of both ball clubs. So the score at the end of 7 innings is tied. New York 1 and Baltimore 1. Bud Harrelson bounced to the pitcher, walked and fouled to the catcher. Out, nobody on. Brooks Robinson to his left. He's got him. Two down.
The ground ball, but Brooks cut right in front of Belanger. He had the glove down just like Charles did, and then he had to hurry to throw to first base to just get the runner by 2 steps. When the ball comes off the bat, he tells youngsters, get the glove down, get the glove down.
Fly ball to deep right. Frank Robinson drawing a beat on it. And the Mets are out 1, 2, 3 in the top of the 8th inning. At the end of 7 1/2, the game is tied 1-1.
Rogers. So Flores did.
Manager Earl Weaver says that Dave Johnson hitting number 7 position behind the catcher. Right. And now look, on a right-handed batter, Langer's out. The National League umpire's on the inside of the catcher. Dave McNally with 2 down, nobody on, will hit for himself. Gets a big ovation here from these fans in Baltimore. McNally is struck out and grounded out to the pitcher. They're playing him shallow and over toward right. They hit late. So he flies to deep left. Going back is Cleon Jones on the warning track for the out. McNally nearly reached the fence with that one. He fooled everyone. 3 up and 3 down. At the end of 8 innings, the game is still tied. New York 1 and Baltimore 1.
Wandy Peralta, the new pitcher.
Fastball. Striking out Clendenin. 7 strikeouts. Fairly good breeze has sprung up now and is blowing from first base towards third. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, Boog Powell off the bag. McNally will cover. 2 down. You know, Powell's an underrated first baseman, isn't he? 2 down, Ed Charles up. 2-strike pitch. Bounding ball into left field. Charles has his second hit in a row. Buford throws into Dave Johnson. There goes Charles. There's a base hit to left. Charles is coming around to third. The throw goes into second. And the Mets have runners on first and third.
Would have captured Clay Dalrymple. Both played with the Phillies, so
Ball warming up again now. There's a base hit to left. Coming in to score is Charles. And the Mets take the lead 2-1. 3 hits in a row for the Mets. Al Weiss. Second. Runners on first and second, 2 down. The Mets now have the 2-2 pitch. Slow roller. Belanger charging. Throws him out. But the Mets had 1 run, 3 hits in a row. There were no errors and 2 left. We're going to the last of the 9th inning with a score. New York 2 and Baltimore 1.
And the closer,
The Orioles' last chance now is Frank Robinson. Slide to deep right center in the first, grounded to short in the fourth, and slide to center in the seventh. Only 90 pitches have been thrown in this game. They're going to put 4 outfielders against Robinson. Al Weiss is going out to left field, the second baseman. A 3-2 pitch. He walked him. The Orioles have the tying run on. Rettenmund is coming in to run for Robinson at first. Al Weiss comes from left field back to second base. Merv Rettenmund now running at first. And Frank Robinson, who's hobbled evidently with a bad left leg. Boog Powell's up. Struck out, grounded out, popped up. There goes Rettenmund. Ball 4. With 2 away. Gil Hodges now, the manager of the Mets, is coming out. Speaking of comebacks, what a comeback he made. We said hello to him on a World Series last year when he was in the hospital. Look him out. He's going to take him out. And Ron Taylor. Ron Taylor is going to come in to pitch to Brooks Robinson against the Denver Broncos at Denver. Ron Taylor, who pitched yesterday 2 innings, allowing no hits, no runs of release. 31 years old. Both those hits coming in the seventh. There go the runners. There's a ground ball to Charles. Makes the way to throw to first. He had ideas to go to third. He would have been late there. He went to first. Clendenin dug it out of the dirt, and the Mets win it 2-1. Charles made a quick mental recovery on that one. What a ball game this was. In the ninth inning, Baltimore, no runs, no hits, no errors. They left two. The final score, the New York Mets, 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors.